Blank Room. Soup. Blank Room Soup is a cursed deep web video featuring a man being force-fed soup by silent costumed figures. A visual descent into violation and control. I hate this one. I hate this one like I hate the sound of a tooth cracking or the static hiss of a dead phone line that shouldn't be live. The kind of hate that's primal because your lizard brain knows something very wrong is happening. A man, sobbing uncontrollably, sits in a plain white room. He's spoon-fed a bowl of soup by two giant mascot creatures with black eyes and fixed, smiling mouths, like if Disneyland had a nightmare they couldn't shake. They're called Ray Ray mascots, and they don't blink. They just comfort him. Stroke his head. One of them crouches like it's studying him. And the man cries harder. You feel like you're intruding on a ritual, a punishment, a therapy session from hell. The theories range from kidnapping and forced degradation to mind control victims being reprogrammed. Some claim this is a leak from a behavior modification experiment for some sick cabal. Others say it's art. Art? If this is art, I'd rather be blind. And the sound. The man's wails are raw, broken, and wet. Not movie crying. Real, body-shaking despair. If you've ever heard someone weep like they lost everything, you'll recognize it immediately. It's too intimate, too close. There's no blood, no violence, just dominance. Just these cartoon-shaped handlers emotionally dismantling a human being in front of us while we stare through the keyhole. You're not supposed to watch this, and you do anyway. The Markovian Parallax. Denigrate. The Markovian Parallax Denigrate is a flood of deep web forum posts from 1996, consisting of incomprehensible word salad, or maybe a digital incantation no one should have read. Oh, the good old internet. Remember when forums looked like a garage sale coded by an anxious raccoon and usernames were just screaming numbers and inside jokes? And then this thing started showing up. The Markovian Parallax Denigrate. Nonsense. Absolute linguistic seizure. Paragraphs full of words that technically exist but make your brain feel like it's chewing aluminum foil. It's like an AI swallowed a dictionary and vomited onto a keyboard mid-exorcism. One example. Solemnly, crystalline, chump, hazardous, narwhal, spigot. And that's a mild one. These posts appeared on early Usenet groups and refused to die. Thousands of entries, all signed by throwaway accounts. But you read enough of them and your brain starts twitching. It's not just noise, it feels structured, like a spell you're not qualified to say out loud. Some people say it was a test of early AI, of data compression, of mental stability. Others claim it was a breadcrumb trail planted by a pre-cyber-terrorist group, or worse, a slow-acting cognitive virus. That's right, words that infect, like memes with claws. And here's the kicker, they've never stopped. Occasionally, new strings pop up in hidden boards, onion links, encrypted paste bins, like someone is still broadcasting. Like something is still trying to speak through us. Try reading 5 paragraphs without blinking and tell me you don't feel watched. Tell me you don't hear clicking behind your eyes. Tell me your dreams didn't just get 1 degree darker. It's not the words that are dangerous. It's the way they wait. Obey the Walrus. Obey the Walrus is a grotesque, hypnotic deep web video that weaponizes discomfort, body horror, and primal psychological distress. So you click the link because someone dares you. Just weird, they say. Like cursed YouTube. You're 8 seconds in and you already regret having eyes. A blank screen. Grainy music. Then it begins. A dancer enters frame. Skeletal, twitching, gaunt. Like if a doll came to life but skipped the sanity. They move with fractured grace, toes bending in angles they shouldn't, head jerking like a puppet on rusty strings. Their body, deformed by illness, their spirit, disturbingly alive. Then comes the face. A walrus mask. Or a distorted childlike grin. Or both. It cuts in suddenly, out of sync with sound, and it's not even jump scare material. It's wrong scare. You want to look away but can't. There's no gore, no monsters. Just dissonance. The kind that rewires your reflexes and teaches your spine how to scream. People say this was a deep web mind control experiment, that it's coded to target neurodivergence, that it speaks to certain people, and if you can watch it without blinking, you're already not quite human. Others call it exploitation, that the star of the video was forced into it, her image twisted for digital ritual. Some think it's a sigil, that if enough people see it, something on the other side gets a little closer. The title is a command, obey the walrus. But the video never tells you what the walrus wants, just that it already knows you're watching. You close the tab. But something behind your eyes is still dancing. Cicada 33RE1. Cicada 33E01 is a multi-year deep web puzzle that may have recruited people for something far beyond normal intelligence, or sanity. You think you're smart? Like, really smart? Not I did the Wordle in 2 tries smart. I mean, puzzle through ciphers hidden in obscure literature while traveling, to physical coordinates in multiple countries smart. Because that's what Cicada 3301 demanded. Out of nowhere, this image appears on 4chan in 2012. Black background, white text. We are looking for highly intelligent individuals. It reads like a recruitment poster from a cult that thinks Google is for peasants. It's signed by Cicada 3301, and it's not a riddle. It's a labyrinth. People dug in, solved it. But then the puzzle said, cool, now scan this book, solve this image, decode this number, go to Poland. Seriously, QR codes, ancient poetry, obscure references to Mayan numerology, a phone number that played a voice message from a number station. What's the prize? Enlightenment? Employment? Ego death? No one knows. People who made it to the end just stopped talking. Gone. Some vanished from online forums completely. Some hinted they were invited somewhere. Others just said it wasn't for the public. So who's behind it? CIA, cults, AI testing, literal Lovecraftian signalers reaching through the wires to find minds malleable enough to understand what's coming? Or maybe it's just a group of bored geniuses drunk on myth-making. But ask yourself this. If you solved a puzzle that peeled back reality and showed you how much of it is coded, would you tell anyone? Or would you finally shut up and obey the cicada? Whatever the case, they left. But every few years, a new clue appears. Same tone, same name. As if the game never ended. As if it's still watching. 8858, and in general, it's too long I'm lazy to read, aha. 8858 is a Reddit user posting encrypted strings of data for over a decade. Without a single explanation. I don't want to say this username like it means anything. It sounds like someone sat on a keyboard mid-seizure. But A858 is one of the oldest and weirdest deep web-adjacent mysteries to ever crawl out of Reddit's rotting basement. The posts started in 2011 on R858, each entry, just strings of numbers. Gigantic hexadecimal vomit. No context, no follow-up. Just long, emotionally sterile chains of data like it's trying to say something in a voice not meant for us. And Reddit lost its mind. People tried everything, brute force, pattern mapping, base 64 decoding, frequency analysis, some of it translated to coordinates. One string decrypted into a cryptic message about entropy. Another described something called the infinite echo of silence. Great. Thanks. That's comforting. Then the account went silent for years. People begged for answers. Petitions were signed. Tinfoil hats were passed around. Until one day, the account posted, "The decoded messages are not for you." That was it. The end. Like a ghost slamming the door in your face after whispering in Latin through a fax machine. People speculated it was military-grade steganography, that it was testing us, watching how curious we'd get. Some say it's an AI learning how humans obsess. Others, ritual, digital prayer. Maybe it's just an inbox where demons leave voicemails. And it's still up, still there, quiet, waiting. The subreddit's locked now, sealed like a tomb. Because whatever A858 was saying, it was never meant for the surface. The Plague Doctor live stream. The Plague Doctor livestream was a disturbing 24/7 webcam feed from an unknown basement, featuring a silent masked figure performing rituals and occasionally responding to viewers. No joke, this one felt like watching God load a virus. The stream appeared on a dark web address, fully unlisted. No countdown, no promotion, just a glitchy looping feed of a medieval plague doctor standing in a tiled room with surgical lights overhead. Not moving, just waiting. People tuned in, word spread. Chat started popping off. Then the doctor moved, just a flick of the head, like it noticed someone. and people started typing faster. At first, it was nonsense. Then came the rituals, Latin chants, animal bones, strange sigils drawn with a scalpel on what looked suspiciously like human skin, a bell ringing at midnight, every night. And once, it waved. Viewers began to notice the camera angle shifted slightly each day, revealing more of the room. One day, a second mask appeared on the wall. Another day, a bound figure, unconscious. A donation feature appeared briefly. Someone sent crypto. The figure bowed, then screamed, and then the stream vanished. Shut off mid-frame. URL dead. But footage leaked. People who recorded it reported corrupted files, playback glitches, and, get this, mirror artifacts, like reflections of things that weren't in the frame. Speculation, cult communication, ritual live streaming, experimental horror art. Or, my favorite, a real ritual being performed in real time, harvesting attention as currency. Because nothing's more powerful than belief, especially when you're watching something and realizing it might be watching you back. Lake City. Quiet pills. Lake City. Quiet pills refers to a Reddit conspiracy involving a user who may have run a secret assassination network through coded messages embedded in a porn hosting website. Okay, deep breath. This is the one that really fries your neurons. Not because of jump scares or curses, but because it feels so damn real. It starts with a Reddit user named Religion of Peace, who mostly posts memes, crude jokes, and links to a sleazy image hosting site called That Old Guy. Nothing remarkable, until he dies, literally. His account makes a post that says, "He died today. Peace." That's it. People look into it. Turns out, Religion of Peace claimed to be a military vet, said he dispensed Lake City quiet pills to deserving people. Which sounds like an old man's joke, until you realize Lake City is a real ammo manufacturer. And quiet pills? That's poetic slang for bullets. Suddenly, things spiral. Users inspect the source code of his sleazy image host. And buried in the HTML are job postings. Not for coders, not for writers, for assets, for international packages. Posts referencing specific dates, airports, and payment in kilos. One reads, "Happy birthday, Milo. You're doing good work. Party at Redacted's place. Invite only. 300K plus for the job. Need to disappear." What the hell kind of party needs a disappearance clause? People think it was a front for contract killers, freelancers, a hidden murder-for-hire board masquerading as grandpa's smut stash. Others think it was a storytelling ARG so convincingly coded it accidentally predicted real-world events, including the Dubai assassination of Mahmoud al-Mabhouh, which occurred days after one of the job postings. But here's what gets me. No one ever claimed credit. No big reveal. The site went down, the accounts went dark, and no ARG dev, no horror community, no artist ever stepped forward. Because maybe no one was pretending. Maybe it wasn't horror. Maybe it was logistics. Because if you were running a network of ghosts with guns, wouldn't you hide it inside the trash pile of the internet, right under our noses, inside a grandpa's porno forum? Makes you wonder where else death is being traded while we scroll memes. The Red Room Curse. The Red Room Curse is an urban legend about a deep web livestream where victims are tortured and murdered while viewers vote on what happens next. A digital coliseum for the anonymous damned. You know those stories that feel like they shouldn't be real, but you've heard them too many times in too many languages to dismiss? That's the Red Room Curse. The myth goes like this. You're browsing the deep web, clicking through dead ends, scams, and encrypted nonsense. Then, without warning, a pop-up appears. Do you like the Red Room? You try to close it, you can't. And then, the list. Your name, your IP, your location. A countdown starts. And soon, a live stream opens. A person in a dim, red-lit room, tied, gagged, crying. And you're not alone. The chat is full. Viewers are sending crypto, typing commands, voting on what tool gets used, what limb gets removed first. And you? You can't look away. Because maybe it's not just a story. Maybe you're not watching a stream. Maybe it's watching you watch it. The curse says, if you see the red room, you're already marked. Some say your camera turns on. Others claim your device is now broadcasting you to some other watcher in some other red room. It's been debunked. It's been analyzed. There are articles calling it fake. But then, why do people still swear it's real? Why do darknet marketplaces still list access to red rooms for absurd prices? Why do whistleblowers still refer to rooms numbered, color-coded, and classified files? Maybe the curse isn't the room. Maybe it's the knowledge. The confirmation that if hell exists, it's on stream delay. And the scariest part? You can't even prove you saw it. Because no matter how many pixels you record, the red room doesn't save you. It just wants your eyes.